What's going on Twitter today? I hypocrite. He's funny. What the hell's this? I have a wiener, and it wants to say hello to a vajayjay, but I want to get to know the person first before any of that happens because, well, I mean, it's pretty much every dude, right? You want to know. Well, sometimes, depending on how much you're drinking, because I'm not a total jerk and who thinks for himself. I'm also a brony and a furry, and I act like I am 9 years old mostly all of the time around kids. I can't help myself at times, mostly because of the fursuit I made brings out the inner child in me. So if you made it this far into my random ramblings of words, then you're probably the girl for me. What the hell? How does this happen? How is this allowed to exist? This is scary on a lot of levels. Oh my God, what an ugly freak. How is this a thing? Who supports this kind of shit? Guys, we gotta come together. We have to come together. We have to come together as a race of peoples and decide that some things are just not acceptable. Like everything this rambling idiot just said. That was a whole sentence. That was a paragraph. It was one period to say all that. Who lets this happen? How does this happen? I can't begin to express how remarkable it feels to finally love who I am and enough to pursue my authentic self. Juno star Elliot Page comes out as trans. What the? What, you ain't got enough attention this week, honey? You didn't get enough attention? Oh, you're a fake ass mother. I'm sick of this. I am sick of this person. Oh, we're going in hand today.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man.
This is author Stephen Mofo'n. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Talk in the comments. I'm gonna need y'all's view on this one. I honestly am gonna need every person who watches this. Please, if you have an opinion, please put it in the comments. I will read it. I promise. Because I ain't calling this person Elliot. I ain't referring it to it as a dude. This is not a dude. This is a person who desperately seeks attention all the time. Always has, right? Her first role was a pregnant teen. If I'm remembering this correctly, like her first role was like her big role was like a pregnant teen, right? Which is fine. I mean, you play whatever role you get. But that was kind of, look at me. And that's the point of acting. I get that. But then, all of a sudden, she was a lesbian. Which is fine. Because, I'll be honest with you. You think you put a baseball cap on and you're a dude. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Alright. Which is fine. You know what? If you're a muff diver, that's cool. I'm a muff diver. I don't mind that. Like, that's fine. Okay. I like chicks too. We have something in common. I have no problem with that. But then, out of nowhere, right? Then she didn't get enough attention. She wasn't getting enough attention there for a while after she came out as gay, right? And then she's accusing Brett Ratner of homophobic abuse on X-Men: The Last Stand. Like, all of a sudden, there's these abuses that she sees around her. Now there's problems. Now there's issues. Like, this is the chick. Okay, there's a pattern of behavior. There's a pattern of behavior happening with this person that says, look at me. I have some kind of mental illness and I need everyone to pay attention to me and I'm going to go over the edge every time. I'm going to shoot for the moon to get your attention. Like, I remember when she came out and said, I'm a lesbian. I was like, okay. Yeah. I mean, she's a short little thing, you know, just okay. You know, she's not a 10, but she's good looking. I'm not going to say she's not good looking, but she does put off like that creepy vibe. Like, I'm not going to lie. She does put off that crazy vibe to me. I don't know how that comes off to you. Her attitude, her look, her everything. And, you know, I'm attracted to the wrong type of women. So to me, she probably has an amazing vajayjay. Like, that's how I would see it. I actually might hit on this person. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Would not give her my real name. Would be gone by dawn. But I would definitely hit on this person. But she came out as gay, and she's like, I'm a lesbian now. I was like, all right. And then, after she comes out as a lesbian, She gets with the ugliest chick she can find. Hold on. You came out as gay and then got with a person who looks like a dude. Like, if anybody here is coming out as Elliot, it's Ellen's partner, right? It's like, come on. Look, I know there's different kinds of people in the world, right? Listen, I understand there's different types of people in the world. I don't know. I don't know, dog. You tell me. My sister's gay. And she's right, but she's the type of, she's like femme-gay. And she likes the dude lesbians, the butch lesbian, which is whatever. She's actually married. I love my sister-in-law, right? But she's definitely the butch one, and I'll tell it to her. So Ellen, I don't understand that. You know, like, I questioned my sister for a long time about that, because when I figured that out. Like, why are you feminine? And then, I understand you liking a chick, but then you get with a chick who's like a dude. Like, I don't understand that. That to me, it doesn't fit right. It's not a part of the puzzle. I don't know. That's how I feel. We love love. We love love. Emma Portner, she looks a little better. She looks better when she ain't smiling. Maybe she's had some work. Looked like she grew some hair. Okay. Hey, love to you, girl. Maybe that was just a bad angle. The wife of Elliot, I'm not calling him, Ellen Page, is celebrating a spouse whose existence is a gift. The ability to create alternate realities is apparently a gift, because you're not just a dude. I'm sorry. You are not just a dude. Love to all my trans people, okay? Love to all my trans. I'm going to talk about this in a minute. But you're not a dude just because you wake up one day and say, I'm a dude. You're not a woman if you just wake up one day and say, I'm a woman. You can feel that way. I understand gender dysphoria is a thing. I'm calling BS on Ellen Page. She is an attention whore. That's what she is. Like, every couple years, she's like, I haven't been getting enough attention. I need to do something that'll get everybody's attention. So I'm going to be a dude today. No, honey. No. And there's a couple points that have been brought up before I get into it, because I think this is harmful. When I say common sense crowd, right? Anti-SJW, just anybody who's not SJW, really. Common sense crowd. You can come from any religion, you can come from any sexuality, any background, any subculture, anything. Like, you can come from, I don't care, as long as you have common sense, right? Common sense. And common sense says this is an attention whore that is just looking for attention. And this is harmful to people who actually have gender dysphoria. This is the nonsense coming out of, this is why we get people like this. I'm dead serious. Because this person lives in an entirely alternate reality. We're hanging out with 9-year-olds looking like this and talking about his junk like this is perfectly acceptable. He feels unabashed. He is unashamed. This thing is unashamed of itself because of crap like this. Let me explain to you why. Let me explain to you how. This, at least in my opinion. Just one of the guys on Twitter says, so let me get this straight. Netflix, as a favor to Dave Chappelle, removed The Chappelle Show. Edited credits that said Ellen Page to reflect her transition to Elliot out of courtesy to help him coming out. But 400,000 people signed a petition asking to remove cuties, yet still there. This is a sickness. Every people of common sense came together and said, cuties is nasty. This is Fredo bait. We all pretty much and everybody who defended cuties, you pretty much know who they are. You've seen them out there. They're kind of hard to ignore because they're a minority of sick individuals. Like there's a minority of sick individuals who support this, right? Like there's a minority of sick individuals who support this. And I'm not talking about trans people. I'm talking about SJWs. I'm talking about crazy people that live in alternate realities. Because transgender people have more things to worry about than this actress not getting enough attention and then coming out and getting all kinds of support. Real trans people, even in Hollywood, like Laverne Cox. I've watched this chick. I don't care what you think. In my opinion, I will call this person a chick. And not because they went through the full operation, but because this person doesn't virtue signal. Never seen Laverne virtue signal. And honestly, I've been around the gay community my entire life. I've known gay people. I've known people with what today they would call questionable genders or whatever the hell, the non-binaries and whatever. Like, okay, androgynous people. You guys remember, before they made up all these words, when you just kind of like, that's a he, she, that's a dude in a dress, that's a what, it was whatever. It's not normal. Not normal in the sense that the majority of the human population are straight, they're heterosexual, so that by definition makes it the normality. They were abnormal, which is not necessarily a problem. That doesn't mean you should be ostracized or you don't have the same rights. We've come to that point in the country, and then we went into, we went from equality, we went from inequality, terrible inequality, to equality, to living in fantasies, to living in alternate universes. And it's insane. Laverne Cox's transphobic attack and the constant threat of violence from black trans women. Well, trans women, I would say, all in all, because I've known trans people, and honestly, I mean, they all get shit. All of them. You're fooling yourself if you don't think that, like, trans people, and I mean women who are transitioning to men, and men who are transitioning into women. But the guys that transgress into women get it more, at least from what I've seen. They do get it more. And I understand if you're the type of person that's a hardliner, that's like, no, it's biology, and I agree with you. And I'd say that to my trans friends. But I would also, how you approach a trans person is how you would approach anybody else, really, with that common respect. If I see some dude in the street, he's going to get a certain level of respect, just common courtesy respect between myself and this person. If we engage in a conversation, that respect level rises or lowers depending upon how he acts. Same thing with trans people. I meet a trans person and they say, would you refer to me? And look, listen to me. Listen to me right now, y'all. Before the past 10 years, every trans person I had ever met in my life, not a one of them ever said, can you use this pronoun? This is all new. That's all new. I've heard I like to be referred to as, but I was never told. Never told. And that's the difference in attitude. I feel bad for the trans people. I feel bad for trans people in the world right now because of this attention here. Because of this person who is not trans. I don't care what they say. Oh, God, no. God, this ugly mother. No. Now, look. You didn't get enough attention. All of a sudden you were gay. Okay, fine. You didn't get enough attention, so you started accusing people of homophobic whatevers because you needed attention. Then you got with a woman because you needed more attention. You needed to get married. You needed to be that. And now you ain't got enough attention in years because everybody's been dealing with the coof. I'm sorry, Ellen Page, that the entire world, or the people in America that I can see are dealing with lockdowns and not being able to work. And we're not getting enough attention to our bank accounts right now, you privileged millionaire. You are not a dude. You're not. I'm not using any special. Matter of fact, you're a crazy person. You're the chick that you keep out of your social circle. That is the type of woman that you keep away. That is a drama magnet, turd magnet. Oh my God. Ariella Scarzella. So she's a lesbian. She asked, serious question. People went after Scarlett Johansson for playing a trans man as a biological woman. Why do the same people feel it's okay for Ellen Page, a trans person, she's not, to play a woman on a Netflix show they're on? Because there's no rules when you're dealing with a reality that doesn't exist. All right? For people with common sense, for my trans people out there, gay people, straight people, all the peoples from all the different backgrounds and all the different races and eat all the different kinds of puddings. The common sense people. This is nonsense. Because this is nonsense. And it has nothing to do with the fabric of reality. Everyone who is different has to deal with a level of animosity. Every single person. That's just, it's human nature. There is a big difference. There's a big difference. I'm sorry. And I know, I understand in the trans community, there's like this thing about people, the post-op and pre-op. There's like, this weird kind of, thing between the different groups. Even they have different groups of people. Even trans people have different groups of people. We are all different people. And this person is an attention here. We have gotten to the point where the rules get changed so much that they don't mean anything anymore. Are you guys figured out that Hollywood is full of bat shit people? They're all just, I don't know. There's very few of them. Like Kurt Russell said some interesting things the other day. Chris Pratt, Gina Carano. There's people. There are people in Hollywood with common sense. There are people who understand they are there to entertain, and they've got a privileged status in life, and they enjoy that status, and they don't want to get political or social that much, unless they're doing charities. I have no problem with that, but this is all about attention. These are privileged millionaires. That's all. This is their. I'm not getting enough attention. So I'm going to put baseball cap on, and I'm not going to put my makeup on today, and I'm going to say I'm a boy. And everybody's going to love me. Everybody's going to love me. All right? And I kid you not, I am making this prediction. I am making this prediction right now. In 1 year, she's going to be non-binary. When people forget about this, and it's no longer a thing, and, when she hasn't gotten enough, she's going to be non-binary. And in 2 years... she's going to be this. She doesn't get enough attention. This is the person you keep away from your best friend, your female friends. If you see this chick coming into a social circle, you migrate on because you know what's going to follow. This is your crazy aunt. This is the aunt. This is Aunt Raffi from Star Trek Picard, the person you don't want to listen to. I don't know what else to say. This is a troublemaker. I've been wanting to talk about this since the whole thing first came down. I just didn't know how to approach it. I'll be honest, because YouTube and social medias will give you crap if you don't follow along with somebody's delusion. If you don't toe a certain line, if you don't toe a certain narrative, if you think outside the group. And honestly, that group is very small and full of people who reinforce delusion. They reinforce delusion and allow a person who is obviously a woman, obviously, constantly seeking attention because nobody gives a damn about her this week. Oh my God. I am author Stephen Walton, the Fandom Menace historian. The Fandom Menace Volume 2 is available down below in the description. I want to thank everybody that backed the book. I do not kneel. This is always been a woman. Ellen Page has always been a woman. Then she was a gay woman because she didn't get enough attention. And then she got married to a butch gay woman because she needed attention. And then she had problems with people in Hollywood because they had problems with people in her because she needed attention. And now here she is saying, I'm a guy. I woke up and I had a pee-pee today. I'm a guy. No, honey. No, you've been downgraded. I am not kneeling to delusion. I am no longer. And there are some people you could just tell are troublemakers. You can tell. Sometimes they fool you. Them fakes and them snakes, they'll fool you every now and again and think that they on your side for a minute. They'll make you think that, but then you start to see signs that they troublemakers. You start to see those signs that this person is a fake or a snake, who they gravitate to, who they befriend, how they act in certain situations, and then you figure out they're a fake or a snake, and you eject them. Be gone. This person needs to be ejected from the conversation. Be gone, because you're fake. And what really makes me upset, honestly, what makes me upset the most about this person is the complete disregard for people in the trans community that are dealing with something I'd never want to deal with. She has no regard for them whatsoever. This is a virtue signal. This is just her getting attention. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, everybody. Be good to each other. Peace.
The main thing is to protect these characters. Make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them. And that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow.
By 2018, far-left extremists in Hollywood had been perverting long-established, profitable science fiction properties as platforms to espouse divisive social propaganda. The vision of these creatives was to repurpose established franchises in the hopes of indoctrinating viewers into the bigoted groupthink of the American far-left ideology. Insanely wealthy producers and adult pretenders set to shame any fan who would not capitulate to their false narratives of virtue, using long-established weight in the legacy media to drive online hate mobs to attack any who dared speak against the woke narrative. Yet there were those who would not kneel before this oligarchy of money, media, and extremism. Those who had known the truth. Fandom is for everyone. The Fandom Menace Volume 2 covers the events of the year 2018 as a group of independent creators rose up together, inspiring the Star Wars fandom to speak out against the flagrant misuse of a property that was not meant to inspire division, but hope. Volume 2 will cover the voices who spoke out against cancel culture, such as the Gospel According to Mark with a C.
Thank God for Star Wars fans. If only Rian Johnson had said the same thing.
Mecha Random 42.
Star Trek, to me, is a hopeful, optimistic view of the future.
With chapters written by Stephanie Janicek, Smuggler's Cantina.
They're not answering any questions that the real fans want to know.
Jesse Milestone of Mindless Entertainment.
And I'm going to warn you right now, this here thing you're about to watch is probably going to involve a lot of yelling and a decent amount of swearing.
Itchy Baka of Disney Star Wars is dumb.
But this doesn't explain why, after Disney's acquisition of Star Wars, George would attend the premieres of The Force Awakens, Rogue One, The Last Jedi, and Solo.
And the Overlord himself, Dictor Van Doomcock.
Greetings, my friends. Our pop culture is under assault by corporations who would rather destroy our cultural heritage than build respectfully upon it.
This is an historical documentation of a group of people in the late 2000 teens who would not bow to the very worst in humanity, seeking to separate us along political lines while using our beloved modern mythologies to do so. They did not kneel. Will you? The Fandom Menace Volume 2, Rise of the Rebellion.